Hello and welcome to my talk. My name is Dinesh and today I'm going to be talking about real-time optimal resource allocation in industrial symbiosis. In the face of growing competition, stringent emission regulations, and increased necessity for sustainable manufacturing, there is a clear need to focus on energy and resource efficiency in order to reduce waste and improve profits. In the process and manufacturing industries, there is an increasing trend of industrial symbiosis where different organizations come together in an industrial cluster or an eco-industrial park and share common resources and energy in a mutually beneficial manner. Now, as the process industry is embracing industrial symbiosis, this creates new challenges. For example, finding a feasible and optimal operation for a large-scale system is challenging and typically requires information about the entire process, typically in the form of the economic model, the process model, and the process constraints. This challenge is only amplified in an industrial symbiotic setting with shared resources, since the different companies might be reluctant to share information across the different organizations. This can be, for example, due to intellectual property rights, trade secrets, market competitiveness, or the cost of communication. In this talk, I will present some ideas on how to address this issue. One potential solution that facilitates industrial symbiosis is the distributed optimization framework, where the different subsystems are locally modeled and optimized, and a centralized master problem coordinates the different subproblems. This addresses the privacy and data sharing issues, since only limited information is shared between the different subsystems. Now, when using distributed optimization in the context of steady-state real-time optimization, the steady-state wait time issue means that even if one of the subsystems is still operating in transients, then this affects the optimal operation of all the subsystems. In order to address this issue, in this talk, I will also present a distributed ADMM approach that uses transient measurements in order to avoid the steady-state wait time issue. Finally, in distributed optimization, the subproblems and the master problems are solved iteratively until convergence. This could lead to a high computational cost. So in this talk, I will also present some ideas on how we can improve the computational cost by exploiting the parametric sensitivities of the subproblems. To introduce the idea of decomposition methods, consider this simple optimization problem where the cost is additively separable. However, we have a coupling constraint which says that the sum of x1 and x2 must equal to 0. In order to decompose this problem, we can relax this coupling constraint and write out the Lagrangian function. Now we see that the Lagrangian function is additively separable in x1 and x2. We can therefore decompose the problem into two subproblems and minimize x1 for a given value of lambda, and similarly minimize x2 for a given value of lambda. Once we have minimized x1 and x2, we can use this to update the dual variable using a dual gradient ascent step using a suitable step length alpha. So then we minimize x1 and x2 in parallel, and then the dual update provides coordination between the two subproblems. In order to improve the convergence properties, we could also consider the alternating directions method of multipliers. Here, instead of relaxing the coupling constraint using the Lagrangian function, we now relax the coupling constraint using the augmented Lagrangian function, where we now have an additional quadratic penalty term. Now we can see that the additional quadratic penalty term minimizes the constraint deviations, and for any given feasible x1 and x2, we can see that this term vanishes, and then we have the same as the Lagrangian function. However, the improved convergence properties comes at the cost that the augmented Lagrangian function is no longer separable in x1 and x2 due to this additional quadratic penalty term. In order to solve this optimization problem in a distributed fashion, we can solve for x1 by fixing x2 and the dual variable lambda. And once we have minimized x1, we can use this value and fix it in the second subproblem and minimize x2. Once we have minimized x1 and x2, we can then use this in the dual update step to update the dual variables lambda. Now, in this case, instead of solving x1 and x2 in parallel, we first solve x1 by fixing x2, and then we solve x2 by fixing x1 in an alternating directions fashion. Also note that the step length in the dual update is the same as the quadratic penalty term here. By choosing the step length as rho, we have dual feasibility at the end of each iteration. Now consider an optimal resource allocation problem where we have n subsystems that exchange m shared resources, and the objective here is to maximize the overall profit of all the subsystems, and the sum of the shared resource must be equal to 0. Now, if the jth element of xi is greater than 0, then this means that the ith agent is receiving xij amount of the jth shared resource. Similarly, if xij is less than 0, then this means that the ith agent supplies xij amount of the jth shared resource. And the shared resource constraint here ensures that the market equilibrium is reached, that is, the supply matches the demand. This also has a nice economic interpretation in the sense that the Lagrange multiplier that corresponds to this shared resource constraint, it can be seen as the shadow price for the shared resource. And the dual update step in the central coordinator ensures that the market equilibrium is reached in this micro market setting. In other words, if the supply is more than the demand, then this term is negative, and the central coordinator reduces the price of the shared resource in order to encourage consumption. Similarly, if the demand is more than the supply, then this term is positive. In this case, the central coordinator increases the shadow price, thereby discouraging consumption of the shared resource in order to reach market equilibrium. The optimal resource allocation problem can now be solved using ADMM, where the ADMM iterations are given as follows. In each subproblem, we minimize xi by fixing the Lagrange multipliers, also known as the shadow prices, and the average residual from the previous iteration. Once we have minimized xi in all the subsystems in parallel, the central collector collects these values and computes the new average residual x bar k plus 1, which is then used in the master problem to update the Lagrange multipliers. So here we can have the different subproblems in parallel, minimizing their local variables xi, and then the central collector collects them to compute the average shared resource residual, which is then used by the master coordinator to update the shadow prices. The master problem and the different subproblems are iteratively solved until some kind of convergence criteria is met. So this gives the optimization part. Now, to use ADMM in the context of steady-state real-time optimization, each of these subproblems must be part of the local RTO loop. Now, using the local real-time measurements from each subsystem, we check if the different subsystems are operating at steady state. If the subsystem is operating at steady state, then we can update its local model parameters. And once all the subsystems are operating at steady state and all the models have been updated, then we can re-optimize by initiating the ADMM iterations again. Once the ADMM iterations are converged, the new set points are sent to the local regulatory control layers for the different subsystems. Notice that in order to initiate the ADMM iterations, all the subsystems must be operating at steady state. If one of the subsystems is frequently subject to disturbances, or if it has long settling times, then this affects the optimal operation of all the subsystems. And this can lead to the different subsystems being operated suboptimally for long periods of time. So how can we address this steady state wait time issue? Well, the obvious is to use dynamic RTO approach, where we use dynamic models to update the model parameters and to solve a dynamic optimization problem. However, not only it is computationally intensive, but in the context of distributed optimization, the shadow prices that are used for coordination are now a function of time. Recently, we proposed a hybrid RTO approach where we use dynamic models only to update the model parameters, and once the model parameters are updated, we use the corresponding steady state models to solve a steady state optimization problem. And since the model parameters are updated using a dynamic model, we can now use transient measurements. So now in the context of steady state distributed optimization, for each of these subsystems, we replace the steady state RTO with the hybrid RTO approach, where we now use local dynamic models for each of these subsystems in order to update the model parameters using the local transient measurements. And once the model parameters are updated for the local subsystems, then we can solve a steady state optimization problem using the updated model parameters. By using the hybrid RTO approach, we have avoided the steady state wait time issue, and now we can run the ADMM iterations at each time step. To illustrate this, consider this oil production network where we have subsea wells that are being operated by two different companies, Company 1 and Company 2, and they share the same topside processing facilities. And here the shared resource is the gas lift injection rate, which are used to inject into the wells in order to boost the oil production. Now the objective here is to find how to optimally allocate the shared resource, which is the gas lift, between company 1 and company 2. Now we can formulate this problem as a optimal resource sharing problem that we just considered, where we have three subproblems, where subproblem 1 belongs to the wells of company 1, subproblem 2 belongs to the wells of company 2, and subproblem 3 represents this compressor station. Now we have the shared resource which is supplied by subproblem 3 and it is received by subproblems 1 and 2. We solve this problem using ADMM, and in order to use transient measurements, we use the hybrid RTO approach in each of the subsystems. The simulation results using the ADMM approach with transient measurements are compared with the fully centralized optimization approach. So here the solution obtained by ADMM is shown in red dashed lines, whereas the solution obtained by the fully centralized approach is shown in black solid lines. Now we see that the performance obtained by ADMM is almost identical to the fully centralized approach. We saw that in distributed optimization, the different subproblems and the master coordinator are solved iteratively until we converge to a feasible and optimal solution. Naturally, many iterations means higher computational cost since the different subproblems have to be repeatedly solved several times. Now, in the context of real-time optimization, this limits how frequently we can re-optimize the system. And the slow convergence rate is one of the main reasons why distributed optimization is not used widely in practice. Different approaches have been proposed to improve the speed of convergence, such as the fast ADMM, the alternating directions, inexact Newton method, quadratic approximations, etc. We recently proposed a sensitivity-assisted ADMM approach to improve the computational cost. The main idea of the sensitivity-assisted ADMM approach is as follows. Noting that between each iteration, the subproblems solved are similar, we can improve the computational speed of the ADMM iterations by exploiting the parametric sensitivity of the local subproblems. In other words, once we have solved the different subproblems for a given value of lambda and x bar, we can use the parametric sensitivities to cheaply approximate how the optimal solution changes when lambda and x bar changes. Now, in the sensitivity-assisted ADMM approach, once we have solved the local subproblems once, we can use a tangential predictor to cheaply approximate the solution at subsequent iterations. To illustrate the performance of this approach, we use the same case study as before. In addition to the fully centralized approach and the ADMM approach, we now also plot the sensitivity-assisted ADMM approach shown in yellow dotted lines. We again use the hybrid RTO formulation for each of the subproblems. Again, we see that the performance of all the three approaches are almost identical. On this side, we plot the number of iterations taken by the ADMM approach and the sensitivity-assisted ADMM approach. We also plot the cumulative CPU time for subproblem 1 and subproblem 2 at each time step. The cumulative CPU time at each sample time limits how frequently we can re-optimize a system. And we can clearly see that the cumulative CPU time using the sensitivity-assisted ADMM approach is significantly lesser than ADMM approach during several time samples. So far, we have considered a distributed optimization framework where the different subproblems are all formulated as a model-based optimization framework. However, the different organizations may have different levels of automation depending on the technology strategy, in-house competence, and corporate culture. For example, one organization may want to use model-based optimization, whereas another organization may have an optimization problem with integer decision variables. Another organization may prefer to use simple feedback control loops to optimize their process, whereas some other organizations may wish to leverage the advances of machine learning to actively learn online in order to improve their process. Lack of consensus between the different organizations on the problem formulation for the different subproblems impedes successful industrial symbiosis. And an open challenge here is to how to coordinate these different subproblems using the same single central coordinator. To summarize, in this talk, I presented some of the challenges with industrial symbiosis and showed that distributed optimization enables optimal resource allocation with only limited information sharing. I also presented how we can use transient measurements in a distributed optimization setting, hence avoid the steady state wait time issue, thereby enabling systems that work in different time constants to be coordinated by the same central coordinator. And finally, I also presented how we can exploit the parametric sensitivities of the different subproblems in order to improve the computational cost of the ADMM iterations. And with that, I would like to conclude my talk and thank you for your attention.